Hello. Before we start today's episode, if you would like a condensed version of what I'm talking about in this podcast, go ahead and subscribe to the Perfectionist Guide. You can read the entire thing in 3 minutes or less. To access this, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/newsletter. Are you a bit of a perfectionist? Type A, hyper performer? Then you know that having the audacity to see an ideal and bring it into reality while breaking generational habits of hustle can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you are ready to burn bright instead of burning out, to lead without losing yourself, and to enjoy the life you have worked so hard to create, then keep listening. I'm your host, America's leader on Rewiring Perfectionism, CLG, and this is Perfectionism Rewired, the podcast. Welcome to Perfectionism Rewired. Today, we are finding your reasons why you want to overcome your perfectionism. You're also going to discover in this episode why being a recovering perfectionist does not work, why recovering perfectionism doesn't work, and why all the other outdated methods that target perfectionist tendencies is because they're all through the lens of you're doing something wrong. Your perfectionism is wrong. Perfectionism is not a villain. People only make it a villain when they are unable to educate you in how to be a fucking boss and to own your perfectionism. And when you villainize perfectionism, it makes you a victim of it. This is why I vehemently hate the phrase, just do B- work. It's like, no, it makes it seem like striving for excellence is wrong. It's not wrong. It just needs to be rewired a little bit. If being a perfectionist and having perfectionist tendencies was like talking, and sometimes you might say foul words, and that the solution to it was just don't talk, just be a mute. Because talking is wrong. Talking's not good enough, or just say these words. It's like, no. I have spent 20 years trialing and erring it, having this willingness and determination that I am going to figure this out. And there must be a way to flourish with my perfectionist tendencies. What I hated was like, okay, yeah, like I'm doing things according to my plan. But I lost that joy because like I actually enjoy achieving things. I enjoy stretching myself. I enjoy growing. So it's like, there's got to be a way where I can take my Ferrari drive, but still be at the steering wheel. I wanted to rewire my perfectionism so that I could learn how to really start caring about me and stop using perfectionist tendencies as a way to avoid what I didn't want to feel. I didn't want to keep using perfecting behaviors as the only way that I could find stress relief or as the only way that I could feel that I was good enough. When you're constantly thinking about the mental scorecard of your mistakes and how you feel like you're not doing enough and you should be doing more, if that's what you're focusing on, then guess what? You're never imagining your best self. You're never thinking about the person that you're going to become. You're not giving yourself the emotional break to dream a little bit, to play with possibility. All of that gets cut off when you're only thinking about who you don't want to be and what you want to stop doing. So rather than deciding to get out of your misery, taking the perspective of the person that you're going to become and figuring out, why do I want to be that version of myself? You're like, my perfectionism is crippling me. This sucks. I spent 6 hours on color palettes this weekend and I still haven't made a decision. When you make yourself wrong, you will fight against your own intrinsic perfectionism and you will fight against who you are designed to be. That is why all the other coaching courses and programs out there for perfectionists fail and feel like shit. You got to figure out how to find and use your why for rewiring perfectionism. So you can start thinking more about the big picture of your life, which is what is going to help you stay on track when those urges to, I'm just going to stay up and I'm going to finish everything on my to-do list, like when those urges hit. And it's why when you work with me inside of Perfectionism Optimized, you go from feeling like your to-do list never ends to knowing each and every day what to do and how to pick what you'll be most proud of and how to let go of the rest. So you no longer feel guilty for what you didn't accomplish. Like, if this is you right now, if I just described you, you're like, I feel like my to-do list never ends. Understand that you have a primitive brain in a modern world. Like when I was a child, we had a Mac computer at home and it was orange and black and there was like Reader Rabbit on it. Okay. So I want you to imagine that that's the OS that we all have inside of us, but we're in an iPhone 16. Like our society has advanced so much, but our OS system, our brain, the way that we're wired, your perfectionist mind will seek out what's wrong today instead of what you want for your future and why. Finding your whys help you pause before you let perfectionism take control. And it helps you think about what you want for your future instead of only focusing on what you want right now, which is usually relief. That's why we gruel ourselves so much or we procrastinate on something. It's because in the moment, our brains are like toddlers. It's just focusing on what do I want right now. And when you have whys, it acts like a Post-it note, a neon super sticky Post-it note. It gives you that direction so that you're like, oh yeah, this is where I want to go. And your whys, it helps you feel a deep connection and purpose to the things that you do on a daily basis to rewire your perfectionism instead of just feeling like it's a task and something that you have to do. Your whys help you become invested in becoming a person who can be calm and can be connected. Like, if you ever want to get really good at rewiring your perfectionism and you want to feel fan-fucking-tastic about the process and you want to wake up each day excited, have a lot of whys. I'm talking like at least 30 whys that you can pull from. You want to think about the unique times in your life where you know that you're not going to want to do what's best for you. Like when we're at our emotional low, we don't give a shit about living our best life. And if our why feels really challenging or like the bar's too high, we're not pole vaulting here. We just need to like be able to like step over the bar. And so we need to figure out how to convince ourselves to make the best choice that we can in that moment. It's so important in rewiring perfectionism, understanding all the variations of you and what those versions of yourself need so that you're constantly winning and succeeding and meeting yourself where you're at, feeling like I'm doing this, I'm making progress. Not every reason why you want to rewire your perfectionism will work with each urge to procrastinate or people please. You want to be able to like mix and match them to what you need in the moment. Your whys, they don't need to be noble. They don't need to be deep. Like you get to have reasons to rewire your perfectionism that are for you and that you get to be excited about. Your why is your why. You don't got to justify it. You don't need to defend it. You don't even have to share it. Whatever lights you up is good. Use it. If it makes you happy, if it motivates you, if it is going to help you make the best choice, it doesn't matter what it is. All that it's there for is to remind you to have a moment of perspective shift before you take the action. It makes it so you don't break your word to yourself. And it helps you so you don't just go fuck it and like pull an all-nighter and burn out again. It's like that power pause for you to take to actually make a conscious decision about which way you want to go. The thing is that you can't just write about them one time and cross your fingers and hope that you remember them when you are staring at what feels like a never-ending to-do list. You want to be writing them down routinely and having visual reminders that keep them front and center in your day-to-day. One of the things that I have clients inside Perfectionism Optimized, that's my one-on-one coaching program, do is write your why down every day. When you join Perfectionism Optimized, I give you this super cool persistence playbook, and it has questions in there so you can just like fill in what your why is for that day. So you're not staring at a blank sheet of paper. The reason why I do that is because what gets you started and moving in the beginning, it's going to morph a bit as you grow. Because like coaching with me one-on-one within the first 30 days of working together, your burnout's going to go down. You're going to be sleeping better. You're going to be able to widen your capacity for joy in your day-to-day, your tolerance level, like the things that used to really bother you, they don't really bother you as much. So your why, I see it happen every day with clients inside of Perfectionism Optimized. Like it grows and it morphs a bit. So that's why we have your persistence playbook and you have your daily game plan where you can write in what your why is today. It's going to help you focus and center yourself during those moments of impact. Moments of impact are what I call those moments where you're used to always taking a right and you're going to go left. It's super hard to figure out new ways to feel significant when the only thing you do when things get uncomfortable is be a slave to your family. And every time declaring to yourself, this is what makes me matter. This is what makes me feel important. When you do that, your brain doesn't go to work on anything else. It doesn't feel any purpose to. There's no reason for it to create new roads and new neural pathways and for it to rewire inside of you. Inside a one-on-one coaching experience, Perfectionism Optimized, I teach you how to do this so that you can find your whys and the motivation and the commitment so that you can do the things that you say you will do. You will quit fighting against your perfectionism forever because you actually understand how your brain works. There will be no more burning out before you reach your goal or reaching your goal and like burning out. These are some of my whys right now. I want you to have someone that you can go to when you feel stuck or overwhelmed or just paralyzed with your perfectionism that can answer your questions and that can point you to your next step or get you motivated so that you keep playing in the arena. I want every person to know that this right here is way better than all of that other crap. Everything that I'm giving you inside the accelerator, Perfectionism Optimized, it's neuroplasticity. It is making it fun. It is bringing levity to the gravity of the mind. And no one else is really doing this. No one else is doing this. Like I write about it every single day. What's driving me right now is to really make sure that like every perfectionist has the opportunity to rewire and to help change your life through this process. Like that is my strong why right now. I asked clients inside Perfectionism Optimized this weekend some of their whys, and these are the answers that I received. The reason why I'm rewiring my perfectionism is because I want to be living and not just existing. The reason why I'm rewiring my perfectionism is because I want to have a better sex life and I want to be able to be in the moment. The reason why I'm rewiring my perfectionism is because I want to change the conversation that I'm having with myself. My why is that I want to be a role model for my daughters. My reason why is I want to dance in public without being self-conscious and worrying if I'm doing it right. I want to rewire my perfectionism because I want to be decisive as fuck and no longer paralyzed over making the right choice. My why is I want to go on vacation and not check my email. My why is I want to learn how to surf without taking time away from my family. My why is I want to be on this earth as long as I possibly can, and I'm going to do everything I can to take care of myself. My why is I want to work through the fear of reaching my goals and being uber successful. So those are just some whys for you. If you want perfectionism to no longer be a problem that you ever have to deal with ever again in your life, then come work with me. You can start today going to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/services. I would love nothing more than to bring my why to life, and that is to help more perfectionists quit fighting against themselves and feel as amazing as your life looks. And if you loved this episode, then you want to make sure and subscribe because I have a really, really cool free thing exclusive to podcast listeners that will be coming out this week.